Hey guys, what's up? Nico again here. And in this 3D Printed Profits episode, I have with us John. John, where are you coming from, man?
Wichita, Kansas.
Kansas. So we're just going to talk to John, how his business start got started, so on and so forth. Couple things before we started. Make sure you guys join us in the 3D Printing Side Hustle group. Link for that is in the description below. And if you guys need help learning how to design stuff in Blender, there's a free master class that you guys can schedule with me. Link for that is in the description below too. It's totally free. No payment, nothing. Just schedule where you guys want to go. And that's in the description below. All right. So let's start. John, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks.
So let's start with your background, brother. What is it that you do? This is a side hustle, right? Or is this full time?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not near full time yet.
Okay. So what is it that you do for now full time while you're building this?
I work in aircraft as an aircraft mechanic.
Aircraft mechanic. All right. And so how'd you get into 3D printing, man?
I always saw a lot of just cool stuff. I'm like, oh, I want to make that. And so I just ended up buying one probably 3 years ago now. And
Gotcha.
I bought a CR10. So.
All right. So a CR10 was your first machine.
Yeah.
All right. And what was one of the first things you printed that made you think, dang, I can make some money with this?
This guy right here to my right.
Okay.
Just a Star Wars. I'm into Star Wars, and I found a guy that makes the designs, and he's got a whole lot of them. And that was the initial one that got me to buy the machine.
Okay. All right. And what was the initial investment on the machine?
$600, I think.
$600. Cool, man.
Yeah.
And how much are you making a month in profit now in the business?
It depends on a good month. I've had like on a crazy month, I've had 15 orders for that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
On the average, it's probably about more like 8 to 10.
8 to 10 orders?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is that dollars wise, like for the month?
I charge about $200 a piece.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, you're looking at with profit margins, you're looking at about, let's just call it $1,000 a month.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you already made your money back immediately after buying the machine.
Oh yeah, the first couple. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'll have people come to me and say, hey, can you do this? They'll bring me a file and say, hey, can you make this work with action figures? And I'll add a little bit to the cost of that. And then depending on the size of it, it goes up from there.
That's pretty cool, man. And so how did you come up with the idea that, you know what, I'm going to sell these? Did you saw them and you're like, I know people who want these, let's put it up and sell them?
I shared them on Facebook, Instagram. People are like, can you sell those to me? And I was like, well, no, I don't have permission from the author, but I asked permission, or I got permission from 2 or 3 different authors, and they're like, yeah, just share a little bit, send a little bit my way for each sale, and we'll go from there. So yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And so how did you get your first clients and your first customers? You just posted it and then they're like, oh, let me buy it. Just like that?
Yeah. Put it on, I started the shop on Etsy and then shared on Facebook, the different groups I'm in, and then Instagram also.
Okay. And then what happened next? Did you then take, your profits from that and grew the business? You bought more machines or what?
Yeah, I ended up buying 2 more CR10s and went with that for a while. And they've been kind of finicky for me. There's a lot of time working on keeping them running because they're going 24/7. The first 3 I've had have been going for, the first 2 have been going for about a year. And then the original one a lot longer than that. But yeah, they're going around the clock. So they take a lot of maintenance. But then I expanded to, I think it's 6 Ender 3S1s.
Oh, wow.
So.
All right. So how many machines do you have now?
9.
Okay. So you're at a pretty damn good capacity there, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And are all 9 continually working for you?
No, I've got a couple downstairs, and then in my print room I've got 6, and I've been trying for a lot. I bought the bulk of the enders in the last couple months. I've been trying like heck to get an electrician out here to run power for me so I can run them all at once, but I'm
Gotcha.
only 3 or 4 at a time up here.
But are the printers printing at max capacity? I mean, like, do you have enough demand that the printers are continuously working?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice. And what filament are you using? Are these printed in PLA?
Yeah.
PLA.
Yeah, I mean, the Voxel Lab was one of the better deals I found on Amazon, and it's worked really well. I haven't had any issues with it, so I've just stuck with it. Haven't really tried anything else.
So do you print these in pieces? Because they're in different colors, right? I know they're not all gray and silver.
The finished ones I've got right there are painted. What I sell is an unfinished kit.
Okay, so you sell the kits. Gotcha. Okay.
Initially, I was selling them finished, and I couldn't keep up. Painting and the finishing and all that. So I ended up scale it back a little bit and just offer the kits.
Raw prints, I believe, are also the way to go. It's a lot easier to manage because you'd have to charge per hour for your time when you start painting them. And so on and so forth. Especially if you start to get really good, you can charge up to $150 an hour.
Yeah.
If you're really, really good with painting. Sweet, man. And so what struggles did you have when you first started?
Troubleshooting with failures on the prints. Like the main thing when I first started was adhesion on the first layer.
First layer adhesion. Okay. How'd you solve that?
Just learning how to level it correctly and what a good first layer actually looks like. Once you get that down, it's pretty smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, I believe so. That was when I first started. I didn't know what the hell I was doing either.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't sticking to the bed. And I was like, why is it not? And then I was like, oh, that's what needed to be done. And everything just piled on from there.
Yep.
Just kind of figured out what the machine was trying to do.
Yeah. And then clogs, just the different symptoms of a clog or under extrusion, that sort of thing. With that original CR10, I had to replace the extruder a couple times. So
gotcha. How long have you been in business, John?
In business, I want to say probably 10 months or so.
10 months. That's a pretty decent side hustle, man. And how else does the business make money now? Do you offer design services as well?
I've done that probably 3 or 4 times for custom things.
Okay. And what software are you using for design?
Just depends on what I'm doing. A lot of it is just Tinkercad type stuff. And some of what is it here? Mesh Mixer. I'm trying to learn that one. That one's a lot more versatile.
Okay. So when they ask for a design service, tell us more about that.
Most of it's been more of just modifying a file that I have access to. And one time I've had a guy ask for a different scale on the object, like way bigger scale. And so
please tell me you charge them a lot more.
I didn't know what kind of work it would be.
Yeah. It's one of those early business mistakes.
Yeah, but it ended up being like 4 or 5 times the work. So that's where I made my money back, is in the actual physical object. But so I ended up cutting it up quite a bit more to fit on the machines and rescaling the interior of it to fit the action figure. So it wasn't like an action figure sitting in a giant chair,
Gotcha. And so how do you determine now your cost for the print? Are you doing it per hour? Are you doing it just,
That
Here's what my price is, whatever.
that TIE fighter that I sell is basically the one that I sell the most. So I kind of base everything off of the print times and materials of that, and scale it up from there as far as bigger items and that sort of thing.
I see. I see. And what options have you tried to increase sales? You're saying you're on Etsy, correct?
Yeah, they
Are you doing like the free shipping, stuff like that?
not currently, but they do a lot of offsite ads. I get probably 20% of the sales I make from that. And then I'll usually get a big influx of sales when I add new things to the shop. Then people will go back and buy the old stuff too.
Nice. Nice. And so are you running any ads for yourself, or is it just Etsy running their ads?
It's Etsy running their ads.
Gotcha.
And keeping up with social media and staying active on that seems to help a good bit.
All right, cool. Be sure to send me the link to that so we can link that in the description below. So people can follow you.
Yeah.
Do you have your own website too, or is this solely Etsy?
It's Etsy and Instagram is mostly what I'm using
Etsy
right
and
now.
Instagram. So when you do Instagram, are you kind of like the previous episode, I think it was yesterday's or today's maybe, where he sells just via DM, PayPal me and I'll send you an item.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten some sales just, hey, can you do that? That's what a lot of the custom stuff is. People coming to me privately.
Okay. All right. And the custom stuff, please tell me you're charging a lot more now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Good man.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So what's working today in terms of marketing? Are you just, kind of letting Etsy and it's Facebook?
Just staying on people's feeds, just posting progress on stuff I'm working on, adding to the shop and that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Keeping people interested.
I see. I see. So that's really it for me, man. As far as all of my questions go. So what's next for you? What's the future for John? What's the future of the company? How do you plan on growing this thing?
I'm just trying to keep doing what I'm doing and try and keep the sales coming in. They're gradually increasing. So that's just basically the plan for now.
I see. Cool, man. Well, let's wrap this up with your number one tip for for anyone who wants to start their own 3D printing business.
Do what makes you happy. That it's no fun if it's a chore. Find something that you're interested in that people might be interested in too.
There you go. Cool, you guys. Well, I told you if you stay till the very, very end, I'm going to give you your own product idea for your own 3D printing business. And today's product idea are knife blocks. I don't know if I already said this, but we're going to say it again. I don't care, whatever. It's my show. I can do what I want. Knife blocks, right? You guys, just a knife block. Like if you put Deadpool's head and it made like a knife block, dude, I'd totally buy one of those, right?
Okay.
Or like
Yeah.
Julius Caesar, right? Because he got stabbed in the back by the entire Senate. Was it Senate?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the Senate,
Yeah.
right? That'd be a cool knife block, like for people who got the joke, right? But the Deadpool one, the Deadpool knife block, you know what? Don't take. I'm gonna sell that. Don't even take that. That's mine. I'm just kidding. There you go, you guys. That's your product idea for today. John, thanks for being on the show, man. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you guys tune in Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific time for episodes like this delivered right to you. John, thanks for being here, man. I'll catch you later.
Thanks.